Okay, so welcome to uh, the video on my hero trial attempts. Okay, so this is a compilation of two separate hero trial video done on different days. Okay, so if I just post them as separate videos, it will be slightly too short. Alright, so I just combine the two to make it a reasonable timing. So the length of this video is about 30 minutes, which is okay in my opinion for a hero trial video. Okay, so if I were to export them separately, it will be about 10 minutes, so a bit too short in my opinion. Here I went up against an Ares. As usual, my heroes are all on Pablo, are all on NG, are all on Ulefern, Owl, and all the pets that are anti-heroes. Okay, something like Draco, which reduces energy, so it prevents the enemy hero from blocking. Okay, so yeah, here I tried to raise the skill level of my garrisons. So I was trying to make my garrison level 6, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find enough shards for that. Okay, so here I tried to use up some of my stuff. Okay, so here I was trying to look for any more chests that I may have, so that I can get more shards to raise the skill level of my garrisons. Okay, so here I was trying to inscribe my Dredrick so that I just get the extra bit of HP and damage. Okay, so here I went up against Pixie. Okay, my Pumpkin Duke managed to get his stack off, so I was hitting pretty fast for a moment there. Okay, so my heroes managed to kill the Pixie. Pixie can be a huge problem sometimes because how to say, when they get hold of a hero, such as in this case, the hero would not be able to proc. Fortunately, it was Phantom King in this case. So since Phantom King has fast energy recovery, he proc almost immediately after his basic attack. So the scatter effect on the Pixie doesn't really work on him. So he managed to take a few of the Pixies out pretty easily. Okay, followed by a Black proc, which wiped out the rest of the wave. Okay, my Phantom King is actually dealing like excess of 100k per second, so it shows you how much HP some of these heroes have. Okay, so Siren pretty easy. Nothing. The only threat of Siren is that it will destroy your interior buildings, but that only happens when you get a seriously bad spawn. Okay, so personally never been defeated by Siren with this base design before. Right, so I've actually remember I said that this video is two separate hero trial video. Okay, I actually did my previous the other segment of this video on my phone. Alright, so I was recording on the microphone, my voiceover on the microphone instead of the PC. I'm doing on the PC right now because it was what I used to do, but I decided to try something different. So the later segment of this video is done on the microphone at real time. Alright, so it's not a post commentary. It's actually on the spot. Okay, so hopefully that will be easier, because that is actually a bit easier for me because I don't have to go through more stuff when I'm editing. Alright, so if that is turns out to be smooth, I'll probably resort to that in my future uploads. Right, so here against Death Knight, not much to say. Alright, it's a melee unit. It needs to travel a long distance to get to the interior buildings. Okay, so I have a stray Death Knight hitting on the walls. I was fortunate enough that it's not a life drain Death Knight, or else my arrow tower won't be able to kill it. Okay, so my stun tower is actually hitting on it, and it does have the ability to gain any more HP, so I should be able to kill it before my time runs out. For editing my video, I'm actually using HitFilm. Alright, it's the full name is called HitFilm for Express. Okay, so it's the recommended editing app for YouTubers, for casual YouTubers. I also do some of my other recordings with DaVinci Resolve by Blackmagic. Alright, actually the DaVinci Resolve is what I normally use. Alright, for these few videos I'm just testing out HitFilm. Doesn't seem to be that great. Alright, so I'll be using DaVinci Resolve in my later uploads, in my future uploads. The thing is that DaVinci Resolve allow me to trim, allow me to speed up my video much better, much easier than the HitFilm does. Right, HitFilm basically I won't be able to control that much of my settings, so like a lot of the speeding up and kind of stuff will take a lot of time to do. And yeah, so I didn't edit out a lot of parts in this video. Okay, so like for example this scene against the Death Knight, I'll probably speed it up, but because I'm using HitFilm, I'm not able to precisely control how much I want to speed up, so I encounter some problems in my editing. Right, so here I got a life drain Death Knight and a normal Death Knight against my walls. Right, so hopefully they don't get perma-stun and cause me to time out. Okay, so the Death Knight actually managed to get close enough for my heroes to start aggroing on them. Right, so it was a pretty easy win. With 51 gems, that's great. Alright, so I actually have no more entries. I used up a card because in case a quest requires me to use a hero trials attempts. Okay, so here is actually the next segment of my videos. Alright, so in the later part of my video, I will start using my microphone on my phone. Okay, for now I'm still using the one on my PC. Okay, my fight against the Pixie was pretty horrible because yeah, the Pixie just get hold of my Pumpkin Duke and start blocking on it endlessly. So I didn't manage to get any stacks. Okay, so here I get Oxbane. Oxbane cannot be stunned, so that's the only problem that I may face, but otherwise it's pretty easy. Okay, so here I'm just gonna wait for the Oxbane to run around, and yeah, so not much to say. Okay, so hi guys, this is a test, my first recording from my phone with the microphone turned on. Right, so this is a test to check my sound quality of my microphone. I'm using a Note 5 at the moment and I'm recording at 48 hertz, 48k hertz, sorry. Right, so let's get started. When there is time-lapse mode disabled, basically just means that you'll be viewing this video at 1.0 speed instead of 1.5, which is the previous setting that I used. Right, so I'll have to post-edit this later. Right, so now I'm fighting Harpy Queen. Okay, so since the microphone is the default one that comes with my phone, and my phone is a bit dated at the moment, so I'm not sure if the quality will be good, but we will see. If it's really bad, I'll go back to doing my recording on my PC. So right now it seems to be going good. Alright, the Harpy Queen didn't manage to destroy all my building. Okay, so let's get on with the next one. Okay, so Death Knight. A melee unit. So it doesn't pose any threat to me. Only Harpy Queen, Pixie. The thing about Pixie is that it has a lot of range. It has a level 5 scatter, so it prevents my Pumpkin Duke from stacking. Otherwise, everything else should be fine. Even Vlad, right now I don't think I will have too much of a difficulty facing him. Alright, I think I will have a 80% success against Vlad. Against Harpy Queen, I think I have a half-half, so 50-50 chance of failing and losing. And against Pixie, I would say it's the lowest of all. Pixie is actually the hardest, in my opinion. Right, if the Pixie spawns at the top two corners, alright, and converge onto my base, yeah, the Pixie will just destroy all the buildings too quickly and start hitting on my heroes. So when Pixie start hitting on the hero can't proc, and no Pumpkin Dude stacks means that you're pretty much going to fail, because the heroes on L17 have a ton of HP, right? So the Death Knight is stuck there. As I said before, the sort of weakness to this base is that if the hero clear all the buildings on the bottom and just he's in the center, he's in the dead center of the walls, right? He will aggro onto a town hall and he will try to break through the walls. Only if it's a dead bottom. So anything from either sides is fine. So one or two stray units tend to stray away from the main spawn, alright, I should say. Alright, so this looks like a good spawn because there's not a lot of Vlad converging onto a base at the same time. Alright, there's a lot of Vlad on the bottom, so it gives time for my hero to stack on them. By stack I mean Dredrick procs and Phantom King procs. Right, seems that Vlad is destroying a lot of my interior buildings. Right, but okay, my Pumpkin Dude is actually aggroing onto a Vlad, but I think, yeah, it died to the Vlad procs, so that wasn't very ideal, but we still managed to pull through somehow, right? The thing about Vlad is that it chain stuns you, so it's not the damage dealt from him that kills, it's that he just perma-stun you, so you can't really do anything, and the remaining Vlads just converge onto your buildings. Right, now we are facing Warlock. Okay, against Warlock I have maybe about 80% chance of success. The 20% is that in fact, this is actually a really good spawn because surprisingly there are no Warlock that appears at the bottom. Right, so all my heroes can start aggroing onto them without them attacking the base and proccing my heroes. It seems that they actually killed all my heroes, so what happened is, the thing is that all the Warlocks start all the Warlock has something to hit on, so no, that's not really the case too. I'm not really sure why my hero died all that quickly. I think Pumpkin Dude and Golem were split, so the Golem heals didn't manage to get to a Pumpkin Dude. I'm not too sure about what happened, but I will just let this run because I think my totems will manage to kill all the Warlocks. There are no life drain Warlocks inside, so I think the totem will be able to finish them off. Right, so we just have to be a bit patient here. Okay, so roughly, if you want me to give a rough estimate, I would say that the Warlocks have about maybe 600k HP. Right, so right now the Warlock, the highest HP, has about 300k maybe. Yep, about there. So this may take a while. I think my arrow tower is hitting on
8k every hit, and my magic tower is doing like 1.5k every hit, so that sums to about 14k. No, yeah, that sums to a single target DPS of 14k every second. So I think it would take about what, 30 hits, maybe about 1 minute to finish them off. So judging from the time that elapsed, we should be able to finish the warlocks. What I'm concerned is that the totems didn't really activate. I think they have already been activated before, so either that or they didn't have enough the range to reach the warlock just yet. So in my totems I have Ares and Medusa totem, so those two um reduce the energy on the enemy units so they won't get the proc. Right, this has really come down to the wire because two of my stun tower just got destroyed, and looks like I won't be able to finish it. Ugh. Right, sorry to put you through all this, guys. I'll probably speed up this part so that you don't get to see through all that. Yeah, so that was kind of a fail. My 80% wasn't really accurate. Okay. In my previous attempts, I managed to kill the warlock pretty easily. I think it's because all the warlocks, when all the warlocks destroy the bottom building, they take quite a while to travel upwards, and in that time, my Bablo and my mini NG were proc and heal my heroes back up, so they don't get the sudden amount of burst damage. So probably that's why. So that was a quite odd spawn anyways, because usually you don't get all the units at the top. So yeah. Okay, here's Oxbane. Oxbane doesn't get stunned, so that's the only difficult thing. And Oxbane has a lot of range actually. Its range is actually similar to Grim Fiend's. I'm just speculating here, but it has a arc proc, so and it can hit rather far, so the interior buildings can get destroyed from Oxbane procs. I have only lost once, I think, in the history of Hero Trials, with this base of course, to Oxbane. So I'll probably win against Oxbane, unless I get a very very unlucky spawn. Okay, so here's Ares. Seems like a bad spawn, because my Pumpkin Dude is not stacking just right. Okay, so my Pumpkin Dude got silence, I believe. Maybe I should have placed in a Medusa totem instead of place a Valentina totem instead of my Medusa totem, because I don't really know. It's just to counter the Ares proc. But I realized that my Medusa totem doesn't really do much to troops that are moving about, alright, are very, how should I say, have a very high moving speed. Like for instance, Harpy Queen and maybe Oxbane, I'm not too sure. Because right now, if the troops are not getting stunned and they move really fast, Medusa totem won't be that effective. I'm sure you get the idea why. So maybe I'll replace it with Valentina, I'm not sure. So yeah, so this is against Oxbane again, so I think we'll be able to manage just fine. My garrison are actually 6, so 3 of them are 6 and 3 of them are 5. I'm working on the 4th 6 garrison tower. Alright, so I'm about halfway through to skill 8. Alright, for those who are new to this, alright, or those who have lower tier account, lower my account I should say, you should know that for a level 5 tower you need level 7 skill, and for a level 8 for a level 6 tower you need 8 skill. Okay, so for level 7 tower, so 7 tower, you will need 9 skill. Okay, so 9 skill actually costs a ton, so I don't think I'm going to invest that much. I think 6, just all around 6 will do fine for AE. Okay, so it seems that one of my unit died. I didn't catch who that is, but it seems that the Vlad procs were too powerful. Okay, so my Golem is healing now. and it managed to out-heal all the DPS by the Vlad. So the good thing about Golem is that it can't be stunned, alright, so it doesn't get chain stunned by Vlad. And also my Golem has a Corrode. My Golem is actually Corrode 5, right? It was previously Scatter. I changed to Corrode because I think Corrode is marginally better on Golem than Scatter. Okay. Yeah, there may be some debate, but I think both are pretty equal, and I didn't want to waste the Corrode, so I just tried it on Golem. Right, Golem is a tank, so obviously it can take a lot of hits. And say like in Lost Battlefield, if the enemy has an enemy Golem and his Golem proc, he'll get so much energy reduction because basically every hit on my Golem will reduce his energy by 50. Sorry, have a 16% chance of reducing his energy by 50. So that means that every time a Golem proc activates, alright, the thing about Golem is that his proc does damage every 0.5 second, so he will get a potential energy reduction of 50 every 0.5 second, which is a lot. So whenever I encounter enemy team with a Golem inside, I will always win because his Golem just activates my Corrode by such a large amount, right? So the enemy team won't be able to get enough energy to do anything. Okay, so here fight against Siren. Siren is also quite easy. Alright, the difficult thing about Siren is that her proc can stack, so she will increase the damage dealt to the target. Alright, so when this stacks, and you get a bad spawn, say all the Sirens start proccing at once at the same time, rather start staggering, maybe with a 0.1 second difference between each proc, right? You will basically get your whole base destroyed. It's not that the heroes, actually my heroes have about 500k HP or even more, so that's not the main issue here. The thing is my buildings. The HP with the most building is my Town Hall. I'm not too sure how much that is, but the second most HP building is actually my Arrow Tower, I think, and it has about maybe 200k HP. So you can see that the weakness of the base is not the heroes but rather the buildings. Alright, so maybe unlocking Siren spawn will destroy the buildings. That hasn't really happened before. It has happened in before I redesigned my base, so there's a possibility that might happen, but probably not now anymore. So I'm just doing this mini series to show guys that basically my setup for L17, and perhaps if you have stronger hero than me, you can try this base to farm L17 basically. For those who have Town Hall level maybe 20, so those that are not level 25, my Town Hall is level 25 of course. So for those who have weaker Town Hall levels, I'll be posting another picture of a base that you can use for farming for farming Hero Trials. Alright, I'll recommend farming Hero Trial 16 because the heroes there are rather manageable for most mid-mind accounts. Alright, so what I'm recommending is that if say you are a beginner account, you should farm L12 instead of L13, L14, L15, right? And once you get to a might tier, you should skip L13 and L14 and go straight to farming L15, right? Then after that you progress onto L16. L17 is generally reserved for those who have maybe double evolved hero like mine, right? Because to be frank, the heroes really have a lot of HP. The enemy heroes, and those may cause an issue to your attempts. So just trying to show you guys this base so that maybe you guys will be able to use this idea. Of course, you will have buildings that are different level from mine, so it may not work for you. So try changing up some stuff, some minor details like how I play my gold vaults. You don't have to follow all of that. Just be meticulous about the design, alright, and add on to my design here. Alright, this is just a blueprint for your design. So okay, I'm completely getting owned by the warlocks at the moment. Okay, my Vlad basically is completely slowed down. Okay, he's getting a bit of move on right now. But I think once he gets to a warlock, he will probably kill himself because of the flame guard. Okay, so my run just ended. Okay, so against warlock maybe not 80%. Alright, I lied. Maybe about 50-50. Because okay, first of all, it wasn't a really ideal spawn. Okay, because there are a lot of warlocks coming from the bottom end, the top two corners. Alright, so that means that the warlocks will converge onto a two side at the same time and start proccing in harmony. So what you don't want to do warlock to do is start proccing in sync. Alright, you want them to stagger up a bit, because when they proc in sync, you get a huge damage deflection on the warlocks, and once your heroes start hitting on them, you just die from the deflect. So yep, it's something we'll take note of. Okay, so I'm not going to show you guys them destroying my base, so I'm just going to end battle. Right, so I have one more card left, I think. Yeah, so that card is... Oh, I've kept out my honor badges. Oops. Alright, that wasn't really... okay. So I wasted a few attempts there. Okay, never mind. So that was a bit unfortunate because I kept out. As you can see, I got 5 million on badges pretty easily. I'm not really a pay-to-play player. Alright, if you look at my warehouse, you can see that I sold all of my the orange books, the Tomb 1, I think. What is it called? Blessed Tomb 1. Yeah, the Blessed Tomb 1 books. So those provide a lot of honor badges, so I sold them off from my daily quest, and basically I did all my hero expedition every day. And maybe after, let's see, after 1.5 months, I get about 3 million honor badges. So it's totally possible to attain a high amount of honor badges just simply by selling books and doing quests. So there's no excuse for you to say that, oh, you're lacking honor badges because of certain circumstance. Okay, the thing how to get more honor badges is, first you need to raise your might. Right, if you go into the expedition, you see that more might will allow you to get a higher number of honor badges per day against the opponents. So for me, I get maybe about 60k of honor badges every day, so that's pretty substantial. Another good way is to sell books, obviously. So each Blessed Tomb 1 will give you 2.5k honor badges, so just by selling those you can get a lot. So I also recommend you guys to sell Tomb 2 and Tomb 1. Tomb 3 and I don't recommend you guys to sell Tomb 3 because those have a bad EXP to honor badges conversion ratio. Right, if you just do a quick math, you'll find that Tomb 3 is the least worth it to sell, but the rest you can just sell at your leisure. Alright, so I'll probably end it here. Okay, I'm by my window, so there's a bit of the noise from vehicles, but basically I will check the recording once I transfer it to my PC, but if the recording is fine, I'll probably start to do all the recordings on my phone. So yeah, so for now, see you guys, and hopefully I think it will actually take me about 5 days to 7 days to refresh my hero trial swords. Alright, if you guys see here, yep, 6 swords. Alright, I'll usually have about 5 to 7 days of waiting time, so I'll probably do a hero trial run every 5 to 7 days. So see you guys till next time. Bye.